Hey guys, BlackstreamX coming at you with a buggy review. As you can see, today we are looking at Beast Wars Deluxe Class Waspinator. Now, I gotta say, for my last review, how we looked at Rat Trap, and he was pretty much the comic relief for the Maximals. Well, welcome to your comic relief for the Predacons. Why I say that? I think any Beast Wars episode that Waspinator was in, it wasn't complete without Waspinator getting scrapped. Yeah, I've never seen anybody get destroyed as much as this beloved guy. Always coming out with funny lines and everything. I mean, he's your typical class act. He's a typical person in school that you look at and you just gotta laugh because of all the stuff that happens to him. Not only that, but I also refer to this guy as a schizophrenic transformer. Why? Because I don't know how many Transformers of G1 days that we have seen take over, or his mind just straight out got manipulated and thought that he was somebody else. But there is one that we have seen take over Waspinator, and that is Starscream, Air Commander Starscream, which was a fantastic episode of Beast Wars, just to see Starscream come back in all his fantastic glory that we all know and love. But yeah, Waspinator, he has had different personalities, actually. I even believe that we even had an episode where he thought he was shrapnel. So yeah, he was kind of a little loopy in the head, little, kind of out there. But that's just a quick little history on this guy. I don't understand why nobody liked him so much, but hey, me, I like Waspinator. I enjoy a good laugh every now and then whenever I see Waspinator on the TV screen while I'm watching Beast Wars all over again. So, that's pretty much it for Waspinator and his bio and everything. Now, moving on to the figure itself. Fantastic representation of him. I mean, his legs are kind of a little off. I mean, it would be better if they were kind of a little smaller, but they can only do so much. The wings are pretty much there. As far as the thorax, that's it's kind of it's not bad as far as the representation goes. It could have been a little bit better, especially with the legs, but can't really complain too much. I love this guy. As far as the colors go, he does have a lot of his colors that we did see. His blue eyes, the green going all throughout, and the yellow and black for his tail. And the wings are even they're probably off by a few colors. I think they might have been just a little bit more blue, but not bad for the colors. Turn him upside down here. We do see his robot arms, which it really doesn't bother me all that much because they are still green and everything. They kind of, in a way, flow through the figure, so that I don't mind. But I mean, aside from that, great figure. Putting him over to the side for 1 second, he does actually share the same mold as another Beast Wars figure that came out with the Beast Wars line, and that figure is Buzzsaw. So putting him right over here, we can see that they both do share the same mold, just different colors. Buzzsaw is actually more along the more yellow, black. He has the green eyes instead. Different color wings, but still, it's all the same mold. I mean, it's the same exact figure, whether you transform him into robot mode or beast mode. So that I don't mind that. I know I'm not much for repaints, but this figure was actually, Buzzsaw was actually given to me by an old friend, so I can't complain. Another Predacon to add to my collection, I suppose. But just taking him back, putting him over to the side. We'll look at him later on when we get into robot mode. So, speaking of which, let's get this guy transformed, because I'm dying to show you what he looks like and what the transformation is. So, first things first, gonna start off taking him, flipping him upside down. You can see how on the bottom of him, these guys over here, this piece right here, and these are actually gonna make the legs of the robot. So, what we're gonna do is just take that. It comes out, and you can see the hole right there. That hole basically, this peg right over here, not sure if you can really see that or not, but there's a peg right here. That peg just goes right inside a hole. So what we're going to do is just take that, fold that all the way down, and then just straighten out everything. And then just going to do the same thing with the other leg. Just take that, fold that down, and straighten out everything. We do have a couple more steps left in the legs, and I actually do like Waspinator's transformation. It is a lot more involved versus other figures that we have gotten for the pre-Transmetal figures. But, you know, that's why I like this figure. So, moving on to the transformation anyway. You see how there's a green piece right over here. Just gonna take that green piece and just gonna fold that right on up. And then it's gonna nicely clip right into place right there, and that's gonna cause forming his waist right there. Now one more thing left for the legs. Just gonna take this guy over here, the bottom part, turn that all the way around, and then fold this right on up. Before we fold it right on up, you can see right over here there's a hole right there, and then over here on the thigh there's also a peg. So you know the deal, the peg, the hole, the peg. Yeah, just gonna marry them together and just create awesomeness. So just gonna take that, fold that right on up, and get it pegged right in. Actually, it doesn't actually peg in there. Never mind, I lied. I'm sorry, guys. Oh wait, I see what's going on. Take that. You're gonna want to have this guy, this peg right over here. Not sure if you can see that. There you go. That's the peg that we want. So we want that folding, facing forward. It's going to take the bottom part again, switch that around, and then just going to take that peg, put it right into that hole. There we go. Sorry guys, Black Screen Max here with another screw up. Anyway, and you see basically how it nicely forms a nice leg. So, now that we have that figured out, we have the peg to the front. You got the leg here, the bottom part. Turn that around by holding this, because you don't want to turn the whole entire assembly around. And then just fold that right on up. And we have Waspinator almost ready to stand in robot mode. Moving on, we're going to start to situate his arms. Basically, the arms are the most easiest thing on the figure. So, as far as the arms go, just going to pull them out, and you can see how there's, I guess, pegs or tabs, whatever you want to call them, but I call them tabs. Basically, those tabs, they're on both sides. They basically just tab right into the slots on Waspinator's forearm, so that basically just tabs right in. It just tabs right down into the third slot down, so that tabs right in when you're transforming him back into beast mode, but we're not doing that. We're getting him into robot mode. So, just going to take that, fold that out, and then it just keeps on accordioning right on out. Accordioning? I think that's a word. Well, if not, it is now. Anyway, just going to accordion that out right, and then just going to do the same for the other arm, and his wing just fell off. That's fantastic. See, Waspinator isn't Waspinator until he's getting destroyed. So, taking his wing, plugging it right back into the hole right there. Okay, now we have him back complete. So we have his arms out. Now there's just one more final step that we got to do. Just basically gonna take his head, and yeah, this is where Waspinator's gonna have headache in his whole body. So taking his head, his beast mode head, pull that down. It kind of tabs right into the back right there. So just gonna pull that down. And then it starts to fall apart. Fold that down all the way. And there are actually holes right over here. Right on the side of his chest right there. That hole right there. Basically, there's a peg on his head. Right over here. Peg, hole, peg. Let's combine them, shall we? So just going to take that, just pop that right into place, pop that in there. Same thing with the other side. If we can manage to get it in there. There we go. And we have Waspinator in his robot mode. Not bad. Not bad, but still, as with a lot of the Beast War figures go, he is lacking a lot of paint. Mainly the paint apps that he's lacking, which bother me, is right here on the head. He does have a great head sculpt, but it would have been better if they had gotten the paint on there perfectly. They are lacking a great amount of the greens. They are lacking yellows. They're lacking blacks. They're lacking a lot of paint, and it bothers me. I don't like it. I wish they could have added more. But if you are lucky enough to get a 10th anniversary Waspinator figure, the paint apps have been fixed. So I do plan on eventually getting a lot of the 10th anniversary figures, especially mainly the fact that when you get the 10th anniversary figures, they come with a Build-A-Figure, which that Build-A-Figure is Transmutate, which we only saw in one episode, and I can touch on that one later on. But a lot of the 10th anniversary figures have had better paint apps, so I do plan on getting them. It's just a matter of when, but once I do get them, basically I will be doing a follow-up review, so I don't want you to worry on that. So we are going to get a follow-up review on him. So I mean, as you can see, he is a pretty good figure. I do recommend getting him, but you know, like I said, the paint apps are not to be desired. I would get them. Better if you were into painting, but if you want to spend a little bit of money, just go ahead and get the 10th anniversary figures. I do recommend getting them. They are actually even better, but don't mind me, I'm just rambling on here just a little bit. But all for good reason. All for good reason. Very good reason. Now, I did say that he does share the same mold as another Transformer from the Beast Wars line. And that Transformer is Buzzsaw, which I did mention to you. As you can see, Buzzsaw is the same exact mold. A lot of the paint apps are a lot different. As you can see, Waspinator, he has gray here in the chest. Buzzsaw has the purple. Buzzsaw is a lot more yellow and black versus Waspinator is. I think Waspinator does pull off this mold a lot better versus Buzzsaw. So, you know, then again, I would say that because I'm more into the whole entire Beast Wars. Beast Wars is my G1 per se. But you can see them both here in robot mode. Now, just going to take Buzzsaw, put him over to the side. Waspinator does come with a weapon. He comes with a butt blaster. No, not really, but that's where his blaster is. So you see here, there's a nice little section right there that's cut out. Pull that right on out, and that turns into his blaster. And basically what we're going to do, just take that. You have the peg here. You got your wrist there with the fist and the hole and the peg and the hole. Go ahead. You know the deal. Just plug it right on in there. Now, he does come with missiles for his blaster. Guess what? See the wing? See that guy right there in the center of the wing? Let's just pull that guy out. Let's pull it out. And we have a missile for Waspinator. Just going to take that and plug it right on in there. And there we go. And he is now fully armed, ready to go, ready to get destroyed. So, going to just take him over to the side. Just have one more thing for you before we get into the conclusion of this video. Size comparison. I know I said I'd retire him for a bit, but I have to bring him back in just for the certain circumstances of the video and who we are looking at. Let's look at Air Commander Starscream. As you can see, they are actually about the same height, so I do like that, but don't worry about height. don't worry about scale when it comes down to a Decepticon and a Predacon, because we all know that the Predacons and the Maximals were scaled down from the Autobots and Decepticons just for a saving of Energon shortage that was on Cybertron. So I had to bring out Starscream just because of the sheer fact that he's the one who took over Waspinator's body. So just gonna take him, put him back over to the side, and yeah, I would get this figure. I would probably spend a little bit more extra money just to get the 10th anniversary figure just because of the extra paint apps, but I love this guy. I'm sure a lot of other people do love this guy. And yeah, pick him up. You won't get disappointed by picking this guy up. This has been Blackstream X. And I will be at you with a few more reviews. Well, not a few, a lot more. And keep on following, because there's only 2 more figures left in my Beast Wars reviews until we get to Transmetals. And we all know that we all love a good Transmetal. So, coming up next, Beast Wars Deluxe Class Dinobot. If you like what you saw, please remember to rate a thumbs up, subscribe. Right down there is the button, or down there, or up there, or maybe up there. So, feel free, thumb up, subscribe, and I'll be coming at you with more. You guys have a good day.